Gabriel-Ernest is a short story by the Edwardian writer Hector Hugh Munro by the pen name of Saki and published in 1909. Written in the third-person perspective, during the Edwardian era, this suspenseful speculative social satire is a gothic horror fiction set in England's countryside. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Gabriel-Ernest begins on a journey towards the station. Cunningham alerts Van Cheele there is a wild beast in your woods, but Van Cheele, known for being incessantly talkative, dismisses the comment. At the platform, Cheele asks Cunningham about the beast, which Cunningham attributes to my imagination. After bidding farewell, Van Cheele went for one of his frequent rambles through his woodland property and encounters an unexpected sight. A feral boy of about 16 lounging on a rock by a deep pool, seemingly having emerged from it. Intrigued, Van Cheele ponders the boy's presence and origin, briefly recalling the tale of the miller's wife had lost a child some 2 months ago near the pool before realizing this boy is a half-grown lad. Questioned, the boy reveals he lives in these woods surviving on the flesh of animals and children when I can get any, though it's quite 2 months since I tasted child flesh. Initially fascinated, Van Cheele's unease grows, leading him to command the boy to avoid the woods. The boy swiftly dives into the pool and comes up near Van Cheele, making him fall back in astonishment. The boy then laughs a snarl-like laugh before running off into the woods. As Van Cheele departs, he reflects on various local occurrences which might be traceable to the existence of this astonishing young savage. Upon going home for dinner with his aunt, Van Cheele was unusually silent. He decided to seek out Cunningham the next morning, eager to ascertain the truth of what his friend had alluded to. The next day, as he enters the morning room for his customary cigarette, he's stunned to find the wild boy reclining on the ottoman. A furious Van Cheele attempts to shield the boy's nudity with newspapers, only to be interrupted by his aunt's entrance. He describes the boy as having lost his way and lost his memory. His aunt empathizes with the boy's plight and immediately arranges for new clothing. Renamed Gabriel-Ernest, the boy is taken under the aunt's wing. Despite Van Cheele's lingering misgivings intensified by the apparent fear shown by his dog and canary, who were shivering and frightened. Determined to uncover the truth, he hurries to Cunningham's place. A hesitant Cunningham discloses that he saw a naked boy, but as soon as the sun dipped out of view, the boy vanished too. Where the boy had been standing a second ago, stood a large wolf, blackish in color, with gleaming fangs and cruel, yellow eyes. Disturbed, Van Cheele rushes home to warn his aunt. Gabriel-Ernest is a werewolf. His aunt informed him that Gabriel-Ernest took a little child home who attended her Sunday school class at tea that afternoon. Frantically searching for the boys as dusk descends, Van Cheele arrives too late at the child's home, failing to find them and hearing a shrill wail of fear. Later, Gabriel's discarded garments were found by the stream's edge, so it was assumed that the child had fallen into the water and that the boy had striped and jumped in a vain endeavor to save it. Gabriel was hailed as a hero for his supposed sacrifice. Gabriel-Ernest, an unknown boy, who bravely sacrificed his life for another. However, Van Cheele remains skeptical, rejecting even the memorial his aunt proposes, refusing to accept the interpretation that contradicts his suspicions. Now let's analyze Gabriel-Ernest. Lack of conclusive evidence regarding Gabriel-Ernest's being a supposed werewolf. Our understanding of him relies solely on 2 sources. The boy himself and Cunningham, who encountered a wild beast in the woods. Gabriel presents himself as a hunter of forest animals, even claiming to have tasted human flesh, yet the sincerity of his words remains questionable. Besides, it's unclear why he would divulge such secrets to a stranger, especially one like Van Cheele, who reacts with fear and suspicion. Van Cheele instantly links Gabriel's admission to the incident of the missing child, driven by his misgivings. Also, his aunt sees no fault in Gabriel and even welcomes him. There's no solid evidence of anyone witnessing Gabriel transform into a wolf or harming the took child. Cunningham's perception of Gabriel, suggestive of some wild faun of pagan myth, adds to the ambiguity. The artist's description of seeing a black wolf in place of the boy is interpreted as a transformation by Van Cheele, but it could equally be a misinterpretation that the boy ran away from the approaching wolf or mere imagination. Also, Cunningham's mention of his mother's brain trouble raises doubts about his reliability. The uncertainty surrounding Gabriel's true nature is a deliberate ambiguity crafted by Saki, leaving readers to question whether he is indeed a werewolf. Van Cheele's introduction of Gabriel to his aunt as a lost and amnesiac boy adds another layer of irony. suggesting that perhaps Gabriel's story of being lost and memoryless holds more truth than the apprehensions of his being a werewolf, highlighting the story's theme of ambiguity and the unreliability of perception. Van Cheele is depicted as a man who craves knowledge, yet his desire is more about possessing it than genuinely seeking understanding. The sudden and an unexpected apparition of Gabriel-Ernest disrupts his sense of control over the woods, unsettling him deeply. Conversing with the boy, Van Cheele feels increasingly frustrated and irritated, sensing a feeling that he was grappling with a problem that was eluding him. When Gabriel-Ernest approaches him near the pool, Van Cheele instinctively shields his throat, unable to shake the primal fear, despite lacking concrete evidence of any ill intent on the boy's part. Failing to unravel the mystery only heightens his fear, leaving him unusually quiet that evening. Seeking comfort, he turns to Cunningham, hoping to dispel his doubts, but instead, he is met with a tale that intensifies his dread. A desperate Van Cheele rushes to intercept Gabriel-Ernest, fearing the worst. Yet, when the cause of the child's demise remains unclear, it raises questions about the validity of Van Cheele's apprehensions toward the unknown and mysterious. Van Cheele's limited awareness renders him skeptical in the face of the unfamiliar, masking underlying insecurities and fears beneath a facade of boldness. Despite his outward confidence in dismissing his friend's remarks and commanding the boy to leave the forest, Van Cheele's need to assert authority betrays a deep-seated insecurity, sensed keenly by the boy. The boy's defiance, demonstrated by diving into the pool and reappearing before Van Cheele, undermines his perceived control. Trying to evict the boy from the forest, which the boy considers home, results in retaliation as the boy infiltrates Van Cheele's home. Although Van Cheele assumes he holds authority over the woods, the boy's rebellious act of diving in the pool and sudden reappearance making Van Cheele fall back, challenges Van Cheele's command. This encounter shifts the power dynamic, revealing Van Cheele's authority as a facade. Ultimately, the boy's control over the situation exposes the illusion of Van Cheele's dominance, marking a turning point where his authority crumbles in the face of the unknown. Do like, share and subscribe for more videos.